today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make it. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
First down, Mayfield. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike.
Here's Davis running right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 2nd down, Davis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Mayfield. And Diggs has it. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Okay, right?
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
Back to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. The Bills had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the New York Giants. They lead this one as well right now as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught here by Adams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 6. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Looking to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin with a run by Davis, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle to Davis. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Check Mike 16. Check Mike 16.
Mayfield on 1st down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5.
He runs. Mike 16. Mike 16.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Here's Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Single. Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
49.
They'll set up to throw. He hits his target, the tight end Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here.
180.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Watch the pass.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Finding Knox there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Switch up. Hey, check back 16.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Mike Evans, 54 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
49.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Check. Mike 16, Mike 16.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Now Mayfield, and this is caught by Evans. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. Mayfield now. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, a 5-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
43.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
They're going to look to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the option, here's Akers. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So here are the Bills to take over. They've got the lead as they begin this drive 1st and 10, trying to forget about that loss last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 32 on the play. That is his 951st NFL reception. So 49 away from 1,000, but 951. That ties him with Andre Reed.
Oh, I love the trigger there because Andre Reed caught the ball any part of the field.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A first down carry for Davis.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Adams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Set, ready, 33, yellow.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Inside give to Davis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
It's Davis on the counter.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Davis, he'll try to run for it. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
I got you. 45, 44, Mike, 44. You ain't going nowhere.
Again here with Davis. Room here to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Number 16's coming.
Here's a give to Davis.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
12 more yards there and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a handoff to Davis. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield got his man. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 43 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Rashad Bateman
From 21 yards away.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. A solid stiff arm. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for Buffalo, they move back over 503-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a New England Patriots.